Yeah, I let it run its full course because I like that. Morning, gents.
Good morning,
Good
folks.
morning.
Well, Jason, you want to intro us properly?
Sure, why not? Since we're all together again.
Yeah, we're back.
Get
Everyone's
together
back.
again.
Yeah. Do that before next time, Jason.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah, you're
Good
right.
Lord,
I should
dude.
get a little bit of.
Gotta
That's not water, Sean.
lubricate. You gotta lubricate.
Yeah, I bet
Good
you do,
morning.
buddy.
Good morning, America and the world, and to all of our fans. Welcome. It's another beautiful day here in Vagabondville,
Such a douche.
brought to us by Titan Comics. Go visit Jeremy, who's now doing and feeling quite better.
I'm gonna take a pause on that and say that I've talked to him twice this week, and he sounds perfect. He said that the first week, a little bit rough, but he said second week was nothing but him being bored. But he wanted to make sure that everything was out of the system before appearing back. But he is 100%, and it's costing me money every time I walk into a store, which is a good thing. So continue, Jason.
I'll be letting him bid me over the table this next Friday when I'm heading out to Brown Springs.
Glad you're feeling better, Jeremy.
I'm glad it's Brown Springs and you're bending over the table. How ironic
bending
is
over
that?
for Brown Springs.
I bet you are, Jason.
Wow.
Yeah, but
wow.
Again, Jeremy's feeling better, so you should go celebrate his recovery by spending money at Titan Comics. And don't forget, the reason you're going is because he has comics, statues, toys, your geeky accoutrement.
There we go.
And of course, we do have. Let us all remember that with the coming economic collapse, it is best to get your Christmas shopping in now.
Well, not. Hey, but at least you can lay away at Walmart. Oh, that's right. They took that away.
Yeah. So get your shopping done, your Christmas shopping done now, folks.
In all seriousness, you know who has layaway?
Titan below.
Target.
Titan
Comics.
Has layaway.
Titan
Comics has layaway.
That's
Ask Jeremy about it. He will hook you up. He's got a lot of new stuff that just came into the store, and let me tell you, it's some classic stuff. I don't think I've seen a Secret Wars 8, which is the very first appearance of the symbiote costume for Spider-Man, at a 9.8. I don't think I've seen that. So he's got that right now. Well, actually, he probably doesn't have that because someone might have got it.
Someone may have already bought it.
I don't know who that idiot was, but
yeah.
Anyway.
What kind of hat wearing asshole would just snatch that comic up?
Well, I would say, what kind of monster would advertise that he's got that and then rudely just rip it away from everybody's hopes and dreams?
Because I wanted to set it up for this. He has a Dark Knight #1
I saw that
signature edition of with Frank Miller on there at a 9.5, I think 9.8, available at the store. So he's got some new stuff. Go check it out. I've been getting into more and more comics as I get older again. I fell out, getting back in, and there's just a lot of good stuff right now. A lot of independent stuff.
8-year shelf life, starting anew.
I'm refreshing that. That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
Yeah.
We just had what was it? The Last Ronin #5 just dropped.
Finally, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And there was some and Berserker 5 just dropped as well. And there's a ton more than that. You got Something Killing the Children. They're about to drop a hardcover for the first, I think, 6 issues or first 12 issues.
Mm-hmm.
Department of Truth is out, outstanding series. You have a lot of independents, and that's what I'm finding out right now. I'm gearing more towards these independents who are putting out quality stuff, and Titan seems to be carrying all of it. So please make it out there, go and support them.
Cool.
Welcome them back.
And don't forget, we have like exciting comics and all the other things coming out from Anarctic Press, been done in them. So I mean, it's a good time to be into. Exactly. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Kim.
Thanks, Kim.
That's absolutely right.
Yeah. So
it was chocolate chip.
It was like a fresh, hot chocolate chip cookie out of the oven, and he pushed you out of the way for it. So go show your frustration and anger at Raymond by going to Titan Comics and spending money there.
That's right. Snatch my dreams away.
Yeah, snatch all of Raymond's dreams away.
Yeah, Sean's doing it right now. We legitimately there's stuff that's happened, right? We finally, since we've been gone, at least for me and Sean. I don't know about Gnome King there, but since we've been gone, the Matrix trailer dropped.
Which, real quick, thank you to Ann and Genesis for being on
very
show.
much.
Appreciate y'all filling in for us. Excellent job. Thank y'all very much.
ANX Gamecast.
I think I was like to work with someone who's competent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so would we, Jason.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's why I go on his show a lot.
All the love. All the love.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, we've had that stuff drop. Shang-Chi, all that to sit there and say is we are literally just going to kind of wing it today. We have no direction at all.
No one's at the helm of this ship.
Yeah.
No one's. Nope. Despite Ray's best efforts, we don't know where this is going to end up.
That's right.
Yeah. Jesus hasn't taken the wheel. We're just in the back seat, like, well, whatever.
We got a foot on the gas, though. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. There's a foot on the gas, but we're just laying back.
Take the wheel.
Whoever's driving's going, watch this.
Hold my wheel.
Jesus hasn't taken this wheel. He's like, yeah, I'm out. Y'all. Good luck with y'all.
Because Kim, and I'll tell you right now, despite we have no direction, we actually do show prep a little bit, and we have at least an outline of where we're going to go, and we let it go from there. However,
contrary to popular belief,
today we have none of that. We even talked on Wednesday and said, you know what, screw this. We're going to let the wind take us where it takes us today. Jason, I'm going to let you start, actually, man, since you've been the one here this last week. So you start.
There's literally one thing I want to talk about. So we have the Matrix trailer that dropped this week, but they also announced Babylon 5 Reboot over at the CW. So
At the CW. That's not going to go bad after 2 seasons.
Yeah, exactly. Well, hold on. So here's the thing. This is my point. It makes sense because actually Warner Brothers did produce the show originally, and Warner Brothers owns the show, so it kind of makes sense. But here's the thing. They both have the same positives and the same negatives in my mind. And just to kick off the Matrix with this.
What do you mean the Matrix and Babylon 5, the reboots? They have the same. You're saying
same positives,
right, I'm
same
listening.
negatives in my mind. And here's my thoughts. With the Matrix, we have at least one of the Wachowskis coming back. Babylon 5, we've got JMS coming back. J. Michael Straczynski, who created the show, he's writing the pilot. And the Babylon 5 is going to be a ground up reboot. And he's flat out said, he's like, look, all this other stuff that's out there, the original plot, he's like, I'm throwing all that out. We're starting from scratch on that. So, and with the trailer, it looks like they're doing something really interesting with this. So that's my
this is the Matrix trailer, not to be confused with the Babylon 5 notice.
Which Jason's going on. Yeah, we have nothing on. But go ahead, Jason.
Well, hold on. That's my point. Hold on. So the original, at least on both of them, basically the original creators have come back and they want to do something very new with this. These are positives, right? Here's my fear.
Could be positives. Yeah.
Well, yeah. So that's, again, potential positives for that. My fear on both of them is this. We're both 20, 25 years out from these properties, right? I love these franchises. Right. I love the franchises, but so much has changed in the intervening time. I'm worried that they're not going to be able to adapt them as well as they perhaps could be. You can only catch lightning in a bottle once, right? You can't break new ground twice.
That's not true. There's a couple of people who've been hit more than once, and they might beg to differ with you on that argument. I think one guy got struck by lightning like 7 times. It could have been all the metal in his body from the accident.
77 times in the head.
In the head. Right, but he wasn't in the same place. I'm just saying.
Obviously.
Right, obviously.
I mean, you can't stand around and wait for lightning to strike you forever. You got to find the lightning.
You got to go out and reach for it. That's all I'm saying.
Hold that metal core umbrella loud and proud, way up in the air. Let that bad boy hit you. Do your best Mary Poppins impersonation.
Oh, Mary Poppins, y'all.
Mary Poppins, y'all.
So that's my fear, right? Is that we're like again, we get to actually see it with the Matrix, right? Is we have with the Matrix.
I love bar trivia, Kim. Thank you.
Yeah, Jason, we've stopped listening to your rant here. So basically, what you're saying,
I'm 30 seconds into this conversation.
Basically, what you're saying is you're worried that they're not going to strike the same chords they struck the first time. But to be fair, let me. It's
not the same chords. I just think I'm worried that it's going to be a complete miss.
Okay, but let me poke a hole in your theory already. Yeah. This is the third iteration of Babylon 5 for you. Yes?
Is this a third?
The third iteration. They had the first one, wasn't there? Was it brand new, or was this? Am I thinking of something else?
I think you're thinking of something else, right?
You're thinking Battlestar Galactica.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, you're not. No, it's not. Yeah.
Okay, so if Straczynski's involved again,
like I said, that's a reason for optimism.
Same thing with the Matrix trailer. They look like they're going to go somewhere different. I'm pulling this up because I want to show this right here. So Trinity, we know she's dead, but from the original trilogy, but she's reading code, it looks like. So it could be that Trinity is not even legitimately herself or in the movie like she was last time. Like maybe it's another system of control. I say all of that to say that the Matrix trailer that we're seeing right now, it looks like they're going to try and do something similar, but something new. And it also has that feeling of the first one, which is what the first two sequels were missing.
Right.
This looks and feels like they took the best parts of the first and then the last two, and they're trying to do something new. And if that's the case, I'm all for it, right?
Oh, so like you said, that's a positive. Like I said, it looks like they are doing something new. In fact, if you look at the trailer, it looks like what they're indicating. Well, first of all, we know that the machines can clone people, right? Mm-hmm. We know that they can. So I think Trinity's a clone. I would like to see what they're doing with Morpheus to see if maybe he's been cloned also. But
I don't think that's the case. I think with Morpheus,
I had no idea Trinity was a clone. So you're already doing your best at spoiling some shit for me in the movie. But I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Well, no, it's a theory. I didn't say she was a clone. So we know they can.
Are you surprised? Are you surprised it's coming from Jason?
No, that's why I was just saying it as nonchalantly as I did. And by the way, I forget the name of that actor who was sitting in the chair, but I love him.
Oh, Neil Patrick Harris, wasn't it?
No,
that's the other one.
That Neil Patrick Harris.
I do love that scene.
But the other guy who's sitting in that chair, he was the FBI agent in I think it was Netflix's series Mindhunter. Mm-hmm. He was the one who started. It's basically the story about how the CIA started coining the term serial killers and finding serial killers and profiling serial killers. But on top of that, if any of y'all have seen Hamilton on Disney Plus, he was the guy who played King Edward. I don't remember. He had a very small part, and he played the king, and he would come out and sing ridiculous stuff, and it was his part as king.
You mean King George?
Jonathan
King George.
Groff?
I said I don't know who it is. It's whoever the hell it was.
Hold on. You don't know who we fought against in the Revolution?
Edward. The last name.
Hey, listen, I'm not as into history as you are as far as deep history goes. And no, I'm not, because I'm American. And we won the war, so I don't have to care anymore.
We're 15 minutes in, Jason. I already want to tell you to shut up.
That's not this. No. I appreciate his comments. I think he's doing fine, man.
I'm glad you appreciate him. I'm just letting you know. It doesn't mean I don't love the guy.
Yes, thank you, Kim. Yes, Jonathan Groff. He's great. He's a good actor. I like him a lot. So, go see Disney. Go see him. Go see Hamilton on Disney Plus. So. He was Kristoff in Frozen, really?
Apparently, I didn't know. I don't care about. I didn't care about Frozen.
I saw Frozen once. Yeah. I've
seen it more than once. I can assure you.
We saw it just because we were like, "How long has Frozen been out now?" And I think we were both like, "It's been about 5 years." And we went, "Okay, I think we can watch it now."
So, I want to give a quick just beating of some of these websites. Not everyone has seen Venom since it's only been out for, I don't know, 1 day.
30 seconds.
If you guys could not spoil anything for us, we'd appreciate that.
Well, I haven't seen any spoilers, thank God. Dude, I've been disconnected from. I think vacation really took me off a lot of social media. I haven't
and that's
been,
good.
I've just been off it. I mean, I've been completely off it. I have to admit, I still haven't seen Shang-Chi. I haven't been to the theater because I still am a little uncomfortable going to theaters to see stuff. So, looking forward to Dune though, and looking forward to trying to see if I can rent out a theater to check that one out.
They've gone back to normal prices, so
oh, have they?
Have some people with you when you do that.
Well, that would be nice.
For sure. Nice. I cringe a little bit having to do $250 for a show. 100 wasn't bad, right? Like
100 wasn't that big of a deal. 100
yeah,
wasn't that big of a deal.
250 to rent it out. Yeah, it's a little bit much.
That's a bit much.
Well, particularly when you've got a theater room, you know.
But that's the point. If you bring a bunch of friends and you rent out a theater, you know, that's everybody gets to share that cost. So
Genesis, who's that going to, buddy? When you say this comment right here, it's certainly yeah. But I tell you what, Sean, you're not. I don't want to say you're not missing anything. Shang-Chi's a fun movie.
I'm looking forward to seeing it on Disney Plus.
I'll leave it at that for right now. Kim, we know you have that many friends. So Jason, your biggest thing again, going back, is you're just worried if they're going to recapture that magic.
Yeah, right. And I don't want them to be the same thing at all. Like, I mean, particularly JMS had a post that talks about how he's grown as a writer. He's learned new things, and I'm all for it. Like I said, I'm excited for both properties. Right, love both franchises. In my opinion, Babylon 5 is one of the great sci-fi television series of all time. But I look at both of these, and I'm like, the problem with The Matrix and B5 is they both broke new ground. They were revolutionary. And it's like, it's sort of like when Michael Jordan came back after, to basketball for the Wizards. Yeah. It's like it wasn't the same. Now I don't want it to be the same, and I'm
but you also but you still want it to be good though. That's the difference. I want it to be good. You don't want it to be the same, but you want it to be good, and you have high hopes, but because of your high hopes, you don't want to get let down by a series that bears the same name as the one you watched before, even though this one's going to be completely new. Yeah, right. No, I understand that, and but I have to say the same thing. Like I'm with him on that. I worry a lot about what this new Matrix movie is going to do. Yeah. Not so much about Babylon 5 because I wasn't into Star Trek at the time. Next Generation, that was my jam when it came out. I watched that for a long, long, long time, and then I just kind of fell out of it. You know what I mean? As we all do, series run their course. But Babylon 5 never was my thing. But still, like, I get what you're saying because I really want to see Resurrections do a good job, but I also don't want to, like, does anybody know, and I'm sure we probably do, and I just missed the boat, is this going to be a trilogy again, or is this just one off and done?
I don't know. They haven't said it's the start of a new trilogy, but I mean, isn't that the thing right now? I mean, isn't every studio looking for the new trilogy?
I was going to say right now is kind of an understatement at this point because they've been doing trilogies for how long? I mean, trilogies have been a big thing since what, mid-90s, early 2000s? Basically,
for sure,
when the Matrix came out. Yeah. That's like what started this. I mean, that's one of the first ones that did this whole trilogy thing.
I'm hoping. I'm hoping that
I have hope. I have hope. I just worry the same as Jason does. I worry that it's going to be just this shadow of its former self. Not that Keanu Reeves will be, or that Carrie-Anne Moss will be, or any of the new actors that'll be in it either, or even the effects. Like, I still think it's going to be, visually speaking, and I think it's going to stimulate your senses. I think if anything, I'm looking forward to possibly going in and turning off my brain and just watching a movie that gives me the feels, but at the same time, I enjoy from an action perspective. I don't think it's going to have the same type of gravity that Matrix did. It's an M. Night Shyamalan movie, man. You can watch it once and it hits you, and the second time you watch it, you're like, man, that was amazing. And the third time, you're like, all right, I've seen this part of a trick.
I don't know. I can watch the first Matrix over and over again, man. Like, I love that.
I meant like the groundbreakingness of it, right?
For sure.
The whole you're dead too. You know, like that whole thing where everyone's like, oh my God, he's been dead this whole time. You know, that whole kind of situation.
Yeah.
Thanks,
So-
Genesis.
Yeah.
So, but and I
No
see,
one watches
Jason. I see
Keanu
your
Reeves
point.
because he
I
was
do-
a brilliant actor.
I do want to hear his views.
I will say this, Jason. I see where you're coming from with Babylon 5. I mean, J. Michael during that run, it was Babylon 5, it was Rising Stars, it was Amazing Spider-Man. Like he was hitting 3 things at the same time out of the park during that time frame. And
he reinvented Thor.
I forgot about
Thor
that.
We see today is J. Michael Straczynski.
That's right. The whole Asgard on Earth, that is from his run of having that there, although he did it a little bit differently. But I see where you're coming from. I really do. The other thing that I was going to say is, how hard did you have to look and study to find that Michael Jordan wizard pool that you just did?
Okay, so I actually...
He probably didn't.
That.
He probably did.
No, he probably did. He knows no sports.
Really?
He knows no
hold
sports.
on, dude. I live in the zeitgeist. I was there. I watched Nolan Ryan throw his last.
You did do that. You did.
Yeah.
His what?
No hitter.
No hitter.
What number?
The
Okay,
seventh.
good.
No hitter.
You don't understand.
Asshole,
you don't understand.
No, listen. I do understand because I didn't follow basketball at all. I've never followed basketball. I've never followed baseball at all, except the fact that I do know that Michael Jordan came back. I do remember these little tidbits of things. Michael Jordan was a phenomenal cultural icon. I mean, he was. He was everywhere. Dude, come on, Space Jam.
Jason understands and knows when I pick on him for sports, he knows why. Because he is notoriously bad. And I mean bad. Now, I will not second guess this man on the things we shouldn't talk about. Politics, religion, sex. You know, I won't second guess him at all. I think he's a rock star on him.
Jason's a very gentle and attentive lover then, huh? Right?
He's a gentle lover.
That's nice. That's very good on you, Jason. Good on you, Gnome King.
I'm so proud of him. You're my bear.
Yep. Yeah, he did.
To be fair.
ANX. Yeah, to be fair. Just saying it wasn't.
It's the comparison being that it doesn't capture the same magic that it did, despite the Wizard's pun on that one. Because it's like, he just, yeah, no, he wasn't bad. It's just that he wasn't. Again, it's the memory. He comes back and everybody goes, "Oh, it's Michael Jordan. It's Michael Jordan." And then everybody goes, "Well, wait a minute. Now we've got all these other kids and players who are doing the same thing or close to the same thing he was doing." It's no longer a phenomenon. So when someone comes back and that high expectation is there, and it hit that same high expectation anymore, and how could it? It's a nostalgic. It's a nostalgic memory. It's going to be really, really tough.
And the only person that came close was Kobe. Screw you, Kobe. LeBron fans. I don't care. LeBron is whatever. But that's a whole different show, right?
Yeah, that's a different show.
That's a whole different show. But
that may be a conversation for ANX's new.
Their sports podcast. That's right.
Yeah, ANX. What is the name of that again? I forget. Could you post that in the chat?
I'll post that. Yeah, post that in the chat
for all 2 people watching this.
We've got 3 right now, man. Shut up.
Well, but he's one of them.
So what else happened, man? What else happened while we were gone?
Well,
Jason?
I mean, dude. So I gotta say, I watched something the other night on Netflix. I don't know how long this has been out, but Jason, I do think this is right up your alley because they use the word trope so many times. I think you're gonna enjoy the hell out of it. It's called Attack of the Hollywood Cliche or something like that. It's Attack of the Hollywood something or Attack of the Movie Cliche, whatever it is. And I think we all would love it. Honestly, I just threw the trope thing out there because they say trope so many times because they're talking just about you have a lovely relationship with that word. So I wanted to bring that to the forefront of things.
I have a tattoo on my butt, actually.
You good? That's good.
Right next to accoutrement.
Right next to accoutrement. That's perfect.
Yeah, it goes
down the crack.
It's my tramp stamp, and it's. My wife
Y'all both
came in
pros.
looking at me like, are you people talking about?
Yeah. All right. So, anyways, seriously though, Attack of the Hollywood, whatever it is, Attack of the Hollywood memes, Attack of the Hollywood cliches, Attack of the Cliche. It's hosted by Rob Lowe, and it's just Rob Lowe.
I do love me some Rob Lowe.
I love me some Rob Lowe too. And it has the best opening line of any getting ready movie.
Don't look at me like that. You love Rob Lowe too.
It's got the best opening line of anything at all, and it's Rob Lowe sitting in one of those fold-out sort of, I don't call them, director's chair, you know what I mean, for lack of a better term. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
but his back
canvas.
Yeah. But his back is to the camera like this, and it's all coming up on him, and he goes, "Hi, unlike you, I'm Rob Lowe."
Okay. I may have to watch it for that.
Dude, just the intro, like my wife and I had to hit pause because we were laughing so hard because he's all, "Hi, unlike you, I'm Rob Lowe." And it was just, God, dude, it was so good. And then it just goes on this great, it's such a good, their call out on Fast and Furious was phenomenally funny.
Okay, I really want to watch that.
They even call out some of the really good movies where you're like, man, I love that movie, but they still fall into these stupid cliches. And they explain like character types of these. Dude, it's so cool. It was such an interesting educational, funny thing to watch. And the whole holding a grocery bag with a baguette always sticking out of it, no matter where you go. Like anytime anyone's holding a grocery bag,
baguettes,
everybody eats baguettes. Everybody eats baguettes. Yeah. No, Rob Lowe
always have spaghetti.
Yep. Rob Lowe is supremely funny in that little. It's like an hour and a half, maybe only an hour, but it's a quick watch. But it's really, really funny. We watched that the other night, and
it's on Netflix.
Yeah, it's a Netflix. Yeah, it's a Netflix original.
So Kim, I too am trying to
the musical
watch Squid Games.
I haven't gotten
on Netflix, which is apparently the premise is children's games, but if you lose, they kill you because you're out.
You know what? I've
heard a lot of good stuff about it.
That's a ripoff of another one that was already on Netflix. Alice in Wonderland or Alice in Borderland is another one.
I mean, it's all a ripoff of To Hunt Man or To Cook, whatever.
But so I think it's called Alice in Borderland is what I believe it is, and it's a Japanese or Korean. It's a Hunger Games exactly. No, she's right. Yeah, she's absolutely right. So this other one that's called Alice in Borderland or whatever it is, it's these kids, these just random people get abducted and thrown into whatever crazy ass universe with barely any people in it. It's all about, it's that. It's playing games and it's all, you have to survive. And if you die, well, you die. But it's the same thing.
There's an anime also. It's
Gantz.
No.
Well, this is basically Gantz is one of them like that.
Gantz, no, you're right. I'll think of it later. It's something. It's something Wonderland. Dead Man's Wonderland.
Maybe that's what it came off of. Yeah, maybe that's what it came from. So, but Gantz is a similar thing.
I want season 2 of that show so badly.
Anyways, but I haven't started watching that either. But I hear it's from now. I saw some stupid tweet from the CEO, or not the CEO. It was somebody tweeting that he had tweeted, I guess, and they had mentioned that he tweeted that this is fast on track or almost going to be the #1 most watched, over-grossing Netflix designed, produced movie series, whatever you want to call it, ever. There's a broadband provider in Korea, I believe, that is actually suing Netflix because of how much people are watching that show.
Because it's crashing their servers.
Really?
Yeah.
That is fascinating. Huh.
So I know Sean kind of briefed that.
I saw that. I did. I love that. Will there
I
ever
love
be?
it, Don.
That's fantastic. Will there ever be Killer Klans?
I know they're trying to get the sequel off the ground, though. They really are. I
I'd
don't know how I feel about it, but
you know what? I would dress up in my finest to go to Bass Hall and watch Killer Klowns the musical.
So many anime love killing children brutal.
Yes, they're
Yes,
they're
they do.
everywhere. They
You're right,
absolutely.
Kim.
Yep. Yeah.
Well,
Promised
that's
Neverland is
that's the
hard
new-
to watch.
The new book, something is killing the children.
Something's killing the children. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another one, right?
What was
Assassination
what
Classroom
was
though is an excellent show if y'all haven't watched it.
what was the other one? The killer high school one. I can't remember the name of it.
High
And that was a
School of the
live
Dead?
action. No, was it High School of the Dead? It was all these kids that got they got carted up, tossed on a bus, and they were driven across to this island, and they had to kill each other. And it's again another.
That's a different one.
Yeah, it's a different one. It's another Japanese, but it's a live action. I don't remember that being.
Yeah, I don't remember that one.
being.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
That's
and
not
I
High School.
could have been-
That's a zombie show.
No. But that's another good one that I watched. That was actually, yeah. But yeah, they really do love rounding up kids and killing them.
Yeah.
Was that Assassination Classroom? I don't remember that being
No,
the same
it's
one.
not. No,
There's a different one. Assassination
with
Classroom. That's right. That's the other one. I'm thinking of something. I'm gonna have to Google this damn thing now. Damn it! Talk amongst yourselves.
I love that. I'll tell you the two shows that I'm watching and I'm actually following. So Why the Last Man just started. I like it. They're dealing with stuff differently than the book, which shows always do.
Yeah.
But it's handled in such a way that it's moving the story and progressing. I don't know if it's as strong necessarily as like the first season of say The Walking Dead, but it's got me interested, and all the actors in it are doing their jobs, right? You believe it and everything else. The other one that that I just recently found, but now I'm watching every time it comes out on Friday, Ted Lasso. Talk about your feel good shows, dude. Like even when it's a down show.
Battle Royale.
Battle Royale. That's what it was.
Sorry, Battle Royale. That was the movie I was thinking of. Keep going. Ted Lasso.
But even with Ted Lasso, even when it's a sad show or whatever, it's still very uplifting, and it's a different spin on stuff. It's like, yeah, you can be depressed, you can be down, but them finding ways to always look at the bright side of things is just something that's sorely missing, and I'm glad that show's there for that because it's beautiful in how it's done. I know it's getting a lot of flack for the second season, but still good to me.
Well, my sister loves that series. Her and her, I don't know what you would call him, husband, live-in boyfriend, long-term relationship. Her and her long-term relationship, who's a great guy. They both love that show. So
I want to watch Only Murder in the Building.
And Kim did turn me on to that, and let me tell you. I've just forgotten how funny, dude.
Yeah.
Steve Martin, dude. The first 5 minutes of that show is you're just already laughing because it's Steve Martin being Steve Martin, and the scenario they have set up, you could actually see that happening to Steve Martin and him handling it the same freaking way. And so they play to their strengths. It's just a really, really good 30-minute feel good show as well.
And Martin Short is a highly underrated.
Sure.
All the comedians so that's the thing is Steve Martin, Chevy Chase, Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray, everybody from that
first class
basically that Saturday Night Live era, if you will. Even Mike Myers and everybody else who've hung out with them before. They all say the same thing. They're like, you put all of us together in a room, and no matter what you do, everybody's going to be crowded around Martin Short. He's going to be making everybody. He makes all of us laugh because he's the comedian's comedian. You know what I mean? He's just
brilliant.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
Yeah. They actually have Steve Martin and Martin Short. I don't know if it's still on, but they had a thing on Netflix where it was just.
I did.
It's like old school variety hour. It is. It was just one episode. It was just them. They came out, and it was just it was them everywhere, and it was wonderful.
It was A Night You'll Never Remember or something like that.
Yeah,
exactly. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, it was A Night You'll Never Remember. Yes, that was good. I do still want to watch that.
Yeah, it's really good. I think the thing I love most about Steve Martin is that he is an accomplished banjo player.
He is. Yeah, he is.
He actually play the banjo. He's accomplished at. He's really good.
He's gearing up for a Dallas show soon, right? Next year, I think.
Probably, probably. He that was one of his first gigs when he was touring, doing stand up before Saturday Night Live. His banjo was part of his act. and he used to play. He used to play a song he called "Ramblin' Man" because that was right when, apparently ramblin' was all the rave at the time, is the way he calls it. He's like, anytime you were a rambler, you were this like sexy, mysterious kind of guy or whatever. And so he had this comedic, song about rambling, and he said it killed. But yeah, he's a really good banjo player.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, there's the people who did Voltron, the new Voltron. They're I think it's called Dragon.
The cartoon, right?
The cartoon, the cartoon that on Netflix. Sorry. So on Netflix, the same team that did Voltron had come back to do a Dota 2 show. I think it's called Dragon Prince or something like that. I'm only like 3 or 4 episodes into it, but it's really good.
Have you never seen Dragon Prince?
No.
That's because that's been out for a while. Is that what you're talking about? Right? You're talking about
it's a series. It's an animated series. Yeah.
Based on Dota 2. Slightly computer animation, a little bit look to it, the way it's played out, but still animated in its own way. Well,
there's still hand animation to it, but yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's just like computer glossed in a way. I think I know which one you're talking about. Because if it's Dragon Prince, is there the egg? The kid finds the egg and they're running away with the egg.
No. This is a different one. It's
okay.
Dragon Slayer. Yeah, it's
Muad'Dib.
For yeah.
No, okay, so that's a different one. So Dragon Slayer, I guess, is what you're talking about, or something else.
Well, it's Dragon something, but it's based off of Dota 2. Yeah, I'll see if I can find it.
Okay. No, I haven't seen that. People still play Dota. They actually do. There's a huge following of that online, man. A huge following of people who play that. And I am. So wait, when does, speaking of Muad'Dib, Don, when does Dune release? When does that happen?
End of October.
End of October.
End of October.
Okay, it's called Dragon's Blood. It's
Dragon's Blood.
Yeah, that's what.
Because Dragon Prince is the other one, which is also really good. That was done by one of the two guys. I think is it Kurtzman. One of the two guys who were the original Last Airbender Avatar run on the initial series, the first series.
Right.
He ended up, and it may have been both of them. I could be wrong about that, but I know at least one of them was involved with Dragon Prince, and Dragon Prince is good. That's a good. It's like 2 seasons. It might be 3 by now, but that's a solid one. Yeah, kid friendly, but good for adults too. I mean, it's again, like I said, from at least one of the same guys who did Last Airbender, and that was a phenomenal series for all ages.
Dragon's Blood is not child appropriate. I'll say that.
Fair enough.
It's not the boys, but it's also not child appropriate.
Which, by the way, apparently boys finished wrapping shots in production just last week.
Did you see the video that they did with the ending thing?
I didn't see it. No,
it was all of them saying, "We're done, guys," and every single person just doing that.
I saw everybody flipping the camera off as a picture. I didn't realize that was part of the video. I didn't know that. That's interesting. Okay, I thought they just took a photo and flip the camera off for fun. So
no, they turned around and made a whole thing out of that, which was pretty funny.
It is so weird seeing that cast of people standing next to each other and sometimes hugging each other and smiling, and like the looks on their faces is so different from the tone and the content of the series itself. Yeah. Seeing Homelander like arm over, Stargirl, or not Stargirl, but you know what I mean, Starlight, like over her as her. It's just like, dude, this is weird. This is just too weird to see all y'all happy. You should all be
miserable,
covered in gore and miserable. This is just really strange. I don't know if I can take this.
Yeah.
Again, though, another fun show though. Like as far as serious and as gory as it can get. They have fun with it. Like it's not like, and I keep going back to The Walking Dead because that was the one that kind of broke all the modes for the TV.
Groundbreaker. Yeah.
But doggone it, man, you'd watch The Walking Dead. You'd have to watch something else just to get out of that funk you were in because it was just so depressing,
Yeah.
Yep. That's why I stopped watching it.
You had to have some sort of, yeah, exactly. Well, and again, I do like seeing one of the boys, but it's like, honestly, it's like, I don't know that I want that much blood and gore and violence in my life at this particular moment in time. So I'm gonna let it air out.
It is a lot. It is a lot, dude. It's an awful lot. I understand why you'd let it sit. I do.
Yeah. So actually, that reminds me of a story from what's his name?
Joel Silverstein.
The Funky Bunch. Yeah. No. Mark Wahlberg. When he did his Planet of the Apes movie with Tim Burton, he has this story. He's like, it is the most surreal thing because everyone's in makeup and costumes. He's like, you'd go to the craft services and you'd look up, like you'd be eating something, and you look up and you just see all these monkeys, people in monkey suits just sitting around smoking cigarettes, eating, talking on their cell phones. He goes, it is the most surreal experience. Sort of like the whole Homelanders hugging Starlight, and they're all having
it's not much different than actual life.
Was that? Hold on, wait. Was that Tim Burton that did that?
That was Tim Burton.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
that
Mark Wahlberg version.
That must be one of those odd ones where I was like, oh yeah, Tim Burton did direct that.
Yep.
And it didn't have Danny Elfman doing the soundtrack,
or
scoring the movie. Sorry, not the soundtrack.
Yeah, and it didn't have Danny DeVito in a 3-foot tall top hat.
True. I love that meme. Danny DeVito, he says, Tim Burton's on the phone for you. He's like, let me get my top hat. And he's just and it's
exactly.
all the different Danny DeVito moments of him wearing a top hat in Tim Burton films. Yeah.
Well, okay, so the one Tim Burton film that is the most shocking as far as from a Tim Burton perspective?
No, but I'm waiting on you to tell me.
13th Warrior.
13th Warrior is Tim Burton?
Yes.
Yeah.
13th Warrior was Tim Burton.
That is such an underrated flick. If you guys,
I love that movie.
That is an awesome movie.
Oh, I will watch I watch the hell out of the movie every time it comes on. I love
that. I saw
the translation scene alone when he's learning the language. Mm-hmm. That scene alone, right there, when he figures it out, is just beautiful to watch.
I saw it at least 3 times in the theater when it was out.
Oh, I love that movie.
It's a great movie.
Such an underrated flick.
I love the fact that the bear people, like when they find the goddess, that's the Venus of Willendorf. Like there's so many little things in that movie that's so damn good. But it's just a Tim Burton film. That's why when I saw it, I was like, wait, what?
Yeah,
I think it was
Tim Burton film. Michael Crichton book.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Michael Crichton book. Yeah, Eaters of the Dead.
And it felt so much like a spiritual successor of the first Highlander.
It really did.
That's what made me fall in love with that movie, man.
Yeah.
And I think Jason saw it first, and he was like, "Ray, you got to watch this." And this is when we were first known each other. I was like, "Yeah, all right, man." I was like, "I'll watch it," and I was like, "Oh my god, dude, that was freaking awesome."
Yeah, I love that movie.
Do love that movie? Yeah, absolutely. I forgot Burton directed that.
Yeah, and again, it's one of those movies. Again, we were talking with Ben the other day. It's like, how many truly perfect movies have you seen? Right? Like that's one of them. That has to be one of them.
Yeah. Murder Apes.
Love it.
Yeah.
Never forget the Murder Apes.
I gotta ask, since we do cover it every so often. Last couple episodes of What If?
I'll let you go on this one.
Yeah, it's interesting. The Thor episode was kind of goofy, in my opinion.
Fun?
It was fun. It was fun and goofy. It was nice.
Yeah.
It was almost a palate cleanser after, the Doctor Strange episode and then the zombie episode.
Well, then we had Killmonger in there too, right?
Yeah. Then there was also the Killmonger episode, which wasn't as dire and dark as I expected it to be, but because the whole I think the whole theme of that one was hope. Oddly enough. Right, thinking about the previous one where Ant-Man was killing everybody, and that was about hope. This one was actually about hope because they were talking about, there's always a hero out there. There's always hope that a hero will rise and will carry on that mantle and try to do good. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry, Genesis just said something and it caught me off guard because it was positive.
Blast those off the chain.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one I want to talk about because Well,
let's hold on that. Let's hold on that. So continue, Sean, on that one.
Well, Well, yeah. So I mean, the Thor one was just kind of, I don't know, man. It was silly. It was funny. It was good. I love to see how many ways can we kill Tony Stark. Which, by the way, I loved that.
Yeah.
I loved that scene between. I loved what they did there between Killmonger and Tony Stark on that one. That was a good. When he discovered, he's like, "Yeah, but you forgot about Jarvis, and I know what you did."
And I love the fact that even then he was like, "Man," he goes, "I really didn't want to have to kill you." Like he really did look up to Tony.
Yeah.
Like that was one of the things. He was like, "Man, I felt you," but he goes, "Again, you're
getting in my way. You're gonna get in my way.
And
it's not gonna happen. Yeah, it's not gonna happen." But the episode, the latest episode, was very interesting because we actually get, you get the Watcher, and I thought that was kind of cool to have him have such a big part in it.
For sure.
Yes, seeing, I gotta say, first off, the actor who was portraying the voice actor who was doing freaking robot, guys, come on, Ultron. Yeah, Ultron. The voice actor who was doing Ultron. It was not the actor who played him in the movie. Unfortunately, it was just somebody doing his voice.
James Spader.
James Spader, thank you. It was just somebody doing his voice, and he did a close job to it.
I do. It's the guy who does the voice. I forget his name, but he's the guy who did the voice of the Red Skull in Infinity or in Endgame. Because that wasn't actually
Hugo Weaving. Same guy. Yeah, I know. It was
Roland something, right?
Okay. Yeah, but it's the same. It's the same voice actor.
He did a fair job, but what I was getting at there is it was the weirdest thing to hear the James Spader impression and see Vision, and that just kept messing with my mind, dude. Seeing Vision talk, but in the James Spader mannerisms, was really throwing me off. And I mean that didn't ruin the movie. It was just a weird thing to see. You know what I mean? It's like
Ross Margland or whatever from The Walking Dead as well. Ironically enough.
Oh yeah.
He did do Red Skull voice in Infinity War and in Endgame as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Kim, I knew that wasn't Scarlett. So Johansson. So Lake Bell. What else has she done? Because I mean, I've heard her in other things before.
Really quick, congratulations to Scarlett Johansson for
winning that lawsuit.
Yeah. Right. And boy, did they come out quick to sit there and say, "Oh, and she's still going to be in our other movies, we promise."
Because again, if you violate your contract, it comes down to the facts, right? If you violated your contract, I understand why you would go after that. It's your life, it's your money, it's your livelihood. Acting is not.
Absolutely,
she should. Anybody should. It doesn't matter who they are. If your contract is violated, you absolutely should go after. And we, as a society, need to not do this whole stigma thing of like, oh, well, she's already a millionaire, or oh, well, she's already a huge actress, and why does she have to create a big stink? It's like, dude, back off. You would do the same thing if you were at work and your boss wronged you. Like, calm down.
Contract is a contract.
Well, but
contract is a contract is a contract.
Is a contract. Well, there's one other side to this that's important that people don't talk about, which is that Disney has not been paying out on a lot of these royalty checks that they owe to both comic writers and novelists that they are under contract for.
Especially the Star Wars novelists. They are legitimately, absolutely holding them at bay, and they are starting to.
The Star Wars animated stuff is out now too.
And I haven't watched Visions yet.
I haven't watched
on my list today.
I haven't watched any of it.
But I kind of want to. I kind of want to save that for a full show.
You should shave.
I should shave.
You got something growing down your chin.
I did actually shave, and I'm letting this.
Well, you missed a spot.
It'll be fine.
No.
But did y'all see in this list What If that they crossed over Star Wars?
Okay, I missed that one. I know there was
an
in
blink and you miss it. When he's pounding the Watcher through different realities, they land on Mustafar. And they've confirmed that is what that is. So the birthplace of Vader, they landed on. And so, but I do love the fact that the Watcher, I love two things. One, that it was disjointed through all these shows up until this last one. And now it looks like they're going to pull in heroes from different eras to have that Avengers level payoff in the What If series. So I'm excited about that. And I love the fact he went back to Strange.
He went back to Strange. You know, So there was something about that in the end of the Strange one, in the Strange episode. You could tell that there was something going on there because he actually, that's the first time he broke that wall and spoke with him. So the fact that he goes back to him, I was just like, oh, okay, this is cool. Now I see what they did. They set that up, but you didn't really realize that's what was coming along the line. But they did it. They did it very well. They did a great job.
There have been other hints, like the tentacle monster thing that may or
had
may
been
not
through all of them.
Right, like there were things that they had been hinting at, and again, if you'd watched the trailers, you would have seen there were a few things that they had hinted at. But yeah, no, I love that scene. Okay, so my favorite thing about that episode, now that we're on the episode, the freaking Kirby crackle was amazing. I'm sorry, that's my favorite part.
Kirby crackle.
Are you talking about the energy stuff?
Yeah, the energy
that surrounds
stuff.
him. Yeah, okay.
I know okay. The Jack Kirby.
Yeah.
All right, sorry, dude. I saw a video game. I put you were like Kirby. I was like, nobody inhaled anybody and absorbed their powers. Like, what the hell are you talking about?
Hold on.
I'm sorry.
Jack
Kirby.
Right, if we actually want to do the Kirby, like the little puffball thing, my favorite Kirby thing, I don't even know if you can find it anymore. It's called There Will Be Brawl. It was one of those very early machinima things. It is the cheapest production you've ever seen, but it's Kirby's a cannibal, and it's the greatest, most terrible thing ever you've ever seen. I swear to you. Mario and Luigi are drug dealers.
Jesus.
It's awesome.
Oh, well, all right, hold on. The other reason that I probably thought Kirby was the other day I was going through my feed and I saw something pop up and it was a Kirby meme and Kirby's sitting at the doctor's office and the doctor's standing in front of me. He's like, I don't know, doc, I just don't really feel very well. I kind of feel like I got a fever. He's like, all right, well, open your mouth and say, ah. And then he goes like, ah, and you see him putting the thing forward. And then the thing below, no, it doesn't even show that. The next thing is the scene below it. And Kirby's walking out with the stethoscope on his head going, "You're sending my next patient." Going back inside. I was just like, that's fantastic. You just what?
I just got a text, and I got to look this up. But apparently Dallas now has, through the end of October, every Friday and Saturday, a zombie safari thing. So if you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, you can shoot zombies with a paintball. I love that.
That's right. They did that last year or the year before. Well, not last year. It was COVID, so they had to have done it like a year before. But yeah, there was also like a zombie train ride. There was a zombie fun run.
That's definitely a class trip, gentlemen.
Dallas has been doing a lot of zombie shit. But voice casting for Super Mario Brothers.
Don't
hold on.
I
want to talk about the Kirby crackle some more.
No, you're done. So
I did, Jason. It was really cool.
Awesome.
I did love to see him with his hand up, and you could see that. I was like, that is comic book right there. When I saw the energy and everything, I was like, that is total. They did such a good job harkening back to the old 1970s comic book art, the 80s. Like it did such a good job with that energy.
That episode was amazing. This is why I love the cosmic level characters. Is you get to see just the most bonkers,
insane, most insane bonkers stuff that they can do. Voice casting for Super Mario Brothers.
Let me ask this question: did you guys see John Leguizamo's rant on this?
No, I didn't see anything. All I saw was the casting. I did not see anybody's rant on it.
It's not that he's wrong.
But
you gotta shut up, dude. Like, it's just like nobody cares. They're announcing an animated movie. Nobody cares. I don't care. Do I agree with Pratt being Mario or anything? Probably not, right? Like, I'm not exactly sold on this voice cast, with the exception of Key from Key and Peele, right?
And Seth Green
and Seth
Green,
Rogen.
Yeah. Sorry, Seth Rogen.
Yeah. Outside of those two,
I'm okay with Seth Rogen and I'm okay with Key. Like, I'm on board with both of them. But even then, man, there's a whole cadre of voice actors that do this for a living.
Yes.
Get them on board with this. The only reason this movie is going to be as big as it will be is surely because of the fact that they got, the Chris Pratt level, the Marvel level superhero actors to play in this film, or to be the voices in this film. And I just kind of like, and what's her name? The actress from Queen's Gambit. Isn't she playing Princess Toadstool? Am I wrong about that? Who is Princess Toadstool? Crap.
I couldn't tell you. I just saw that Chris Pratt was doing. So hold on. Let's back to the voice actor. So yes, thank you for ANX. I'm like, everyone's acting like there was a good Mario movie. I'm like,
well, John Leguizamo did.
Not nostalgically speaking.
Exactly.
Nostalgically speaking, the one from the 90s is the good one. Nostalgically speaking, it's only through rose-colored lenses that I enjoy it. Outside of that, it's not a good movie.
I don't think it's a rose color, but sure.
Like, I think you have to be pretty damn drunk to enjoy that, to appreciate that movie. Although
I'm sorry, dude.
Why not? That's how they filmed it.
I'm saying it ticks the boxes of nostalgia for me. I enjoy it for that one reason. You know?
And that's actually fair. There are some things I do like about that movie.
Yes, Anya Taylor-Joy. Thank you, Kim.
I admit it. Yeah, I think you're right. But I will say this though. I agree on this whole voice actor thing, where it's like, it's an animated film. We don't need big name or big name voice actor.
And it is her. Yeah, it is her.
It's like, if you do need a big name voice actor, maybe get one or two. But this goes back to the
actually, I'd also Jack Black. I'm not against that one either. Like, okay, so Jack Black, Seth Rogen, Fred Armisen. Okay, that's fine. Anya Taylor-Joy. I don't know.
And I think it's because we've seen some of these people do animated stuff before, and I'm not saying
maybe that's why. Maybe that's why. Maybe that is the reason.
And I'm not saying that Pratt and Day haven't, but at the same time,
it's like
Buffalo Trace, Donald. Buffalo Trace.
Like Jungle Book, Robin Hood, like a lot of these, like the early
things Disney stole.
Yes, but they all have, like, they didn't have big name actors doing the voices.
Things they continue to do to ruin my childhood memories.
Oh, exactly. Things that they're going to make live action out of. Yeah. Things they already have made live action out of.
I'll take zero creativity for 1,000, Alex.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like, we don't need to have these big name actors. But look at the first Transformers movie, right? It's like we start off with the original voice actors, but then we get Leonard Nimoy and
don't use Transformers as don't use the Columbus of story properties.
All right, that is the quote of the week right there. Oh, give it up to Kim. Quote of the week.
Are you cold? Wow. Here's a blanket.
Oh. Wow. Okay.
Oh, I didn't even bother with Underdog.
I think we actually got to end on that statement. I don't think it's going to get any better than that statement. It didn't even come from us. It came from Kim.
Hey, what do we always say? Surround yourself with people who are funnier than you are.
That's exactly right.
And that's the point.
Yep. I don't know. Yeah, man. So I'm not like, my initial reaction was, I was like, oh, cool. I'd like those actors, and then I kind of went, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. We'll see.
I think on that
really
note,
is there really a need for a Mario movie? Like,
Jason, there's not a need for anything. I mean, it's all just
food, oxygen.
That's it.
Housing,
shelter, not even housing.
Yeah, shelter.
Yeah.
Well, okay, fair enough.
There's not a need for this whiskey, but I'm enjoying it. So.
No kidding.
I think
no, Don, we got to always leave them wanting more.
Always got to leave them wanting more, man.
Jason, sign us out, my friend.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Good to be back.
Yeah. Thank you to everyone who's watched this and is watching this in replay. God only knows why you do. We appreciate each and every one of you and the time that you have spent with us. We hope you have a great week, and actually a great 2 weeks. We hope that life brings you all the things that you deserve and that you find success and love.
Jason, let me rephrase this.
No, hold on.
Titan.
It's funnier if you don't interrupt him.
No. We ask that you take into consideration Jeremy over at Titan Comics, that you pay him a visit, that you peruse his fine geeky accoutrement, and perhaps find something that touches you, the way Ray touches goats.
Llamas.
We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Not goats, llamas.
Llamas. The way Ray
enthusiastically and with vigor.
Yes. Exactly. We will see you in 2 weeks. Actually,
Hey, Kim,
hold on.
this one's for you.
I won't. These two will see you in 2 weeks. I will be out.
Oh, that's right.
That's right. Jason will be out autographing stuff and drawing stuff.
Yep. At the Jefferson Bigfoot Conference. So I'll be out doing that. But these two, I will leave you in the fine hands of these two wonderful gentlemen. And if you would like to reach out to us and give us perhaps some of your...
I can't do it anymore.
See y'all next time.
Hey guys, be nice to each other. Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We've all been affected, so if y'all can do whatever to help someone affected, by all means do. Again, COVID precautions. Be nice to each other. Respect each other's opinions, and we'll see you in 2. Probably would have been helpful to actually have the stuff ready for that. Let me try this again.
hold on. Happy birthday, Kim.
Oh, that's right. Hey. Kim, you got a birthday coming up. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
All right. And on that note.